Wow, I haven't spoken to you guys in such a long time. This feels so weird. Hey guys, Jackie, welcome back to my channel. I finally have time to do a haul of everything that I bought in Europe, so let's get into it. Now, this haul was a little bit crazy. We all kind of spent a little above our budget. At this point in time, all of my vlogs should have been up already, so if you're not up to date, then I'll leave the links to them down below so you can follow along. But I did go to 4 cities in Italy this summer. Kind of picked up something from each city, so I'm gonna be hauling it in the order of which I visited. Our first stop was Rome, and let me tell you, do not go to Rome in the summer. It is literally scorching hot. We were there for 3 days and every day was 104 degrees. Honestly, I don't know how I survived, but given it was still summer, there were a lot of summer pieces out and about, but I also didn't want to start shopping right away, so I ended up only getting one thing, which I did speak about in my vlog, and it is this crocheted top. I won't necessarily label it as a crocheted top, mainly because I feel like it's factory made and you can't factory made crocheted things. That's usually handmade. It is a brown halter top and there were a ton of fun colors, but honestly I wanted something a little more staple, so I opted for this chocolate brown. I figured the color would be perfect for transition outfits. Like most things, they are one size fits all, which doesn't really fit me. The neck part here is a tad bit tight, so I do intend on taking apart the stitching and then just putting in a small elastic here. That way I could alleviate some of the pressure on my nape when I wear it. But width wise, it does fit. There is quite some stretch, so I made sure that it will fit around my bust. This I actually bargained for. It was originally listed for I think 15.99 euros and I talked it down to 9. Honestly, didn't get much from Rome, but next up, Florence was chaotic. Obviously, we had to stop by Louis Vuitton first. We spent a whopping 3 hours at the LV store because everybody was getting something and I'm in love with what I got. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the LV Diane bag in the beige and the cream. I am obsessed. When we first got into the store, I really wanted to see this Diane bag because my mom and I have been eyeing the shape for a while, and on the website at the time we only saw a all black leather, a all cream, as well as the canvas monogram one, which I honestly do not like at all. I feel like the print is a little too mature for my liking, so I really wanted something a little less flashy, so I really wanted to look at the all black one. But when I went to the store, the sales associate said they are all out of the black one. They only had the monogram in the store. Saw it, did not love it. I was going to walk away, but then she pulled out this gorgeous combination that I haven't seen online yet at the time. I've seen this colorway in different bags, which I don't love, but when I saw it in this print, I was immediately captivated. I feel like the color is really durable. Like you guys already know, I am a pretty messy person, and I did get my pochette in the all cream color and I baby it because I'm so afraid of getting it dirty. I feel like with this color you could get away with it. The bag can be worn in 2 ways. It comes with this shoulder strap. It also comes with a crossbody strap, and I love the colorway of this because it matches the bag obviously, and it's not overly like out there. I know for the monogram one it comes in a fuchsia pink, which is so not it. So I'm really happy that the strap is really neutral. On one side you have the LV branding, and then on the inside you only have their monogram. So if you want to be discreet, you could just wear the strap like so, not that, you know, out there in your face LV, which I really love. And you guys know me, I'm not super into logos and prints, so I feel like this is a little bit more low-key. And you guys can argue that it's still really out there because of the logo. If you see it, you know it. But I feel like it's a lot better than wearing the monogram one out. Everybody already knows the classic LV monogram, which is not my cup of tea, but do you boo boo. I'm just saying, for me personally, I like things to be a little bit more discreet. I do want to speak about the size because this can hold so much more than my Chanel classic flap. I have it in medium and they're the same size. Wait, let me show you guys. So here's a side-by-side comparison. I feel like the Chanel is a little bit shorter in height than the Diane, but the lengthwise is literally the same. Like, are you kidding me? But the Chanel bag doesn't fit nearly as much as the Diane. I feel like it's because the leather is a little bit softer on the Diane versus the Caviar is a little bit sturdier. As I was trying her on, the sales associate notified us that this was the only one in all of Italy, so I immediately gave her my credit card. Also, I forgot to show you guys the inside. My bad. The inside is a gorgeous beige suede. It feels so good, and it has a inner pocket with a zipper closure. The entire bag is quite spacious. Like, I don't know if you guys can tell. It holds so much more than my Chanel bag. I think this was about 2,300 euros plus the tax off and everything. It was almost $900 cheaper than if I were to get it in the States. At the time of checkout, I was on the US website and this colorway was not released yet, but I know now that it is, and it comes out to around $2,700, which is still not including the New York sales tax, which is insane because when I got this bag plus tax off, it came out to around $1,900, which is over a $800 steal. So this was definitely the best purchase ever. Florence is known for their leather, so obviously we had to go shopping for leathers. After dinner one night, we ended up passing by this leather store, so we spent another 2 hours inside the store. This is not sponsored, but I just thought it was so cool to see it in person. He had a ton of different leathers. It was ostrich, I saw crocodile, like I felt crocodile leather for the first time ever. He had a lot of python leathers, various snake skins, and it was just so cool to see everything in person. My mom went a little crazy. She bought like 3 walls from there. One of them is like a hot pink ostrich leather. I'll insert clips because I don't have it with me right now. I only got a card holder. I got this in a beige. It's just a really soft pebbled leather, which I'm usually not a fan of, but I needed something to fit in my Chanel because nothing fits in that Chanel. I also picked up a little skinny belt from them. Nothing special, it's just a pretty basic like black skinny belt. I had originally wanted the Celine one, but I went to the store in Florence and they were sold out. I also asked the sales associate to check to see if there were any other belts at the other location, and she said at the moment all the skinny belts are sold out. So I just decided to get this one because I just really wanted like a skinny belt. This is pretty basic to have in anybody's wardrobe. Next city was Milan, and our shopping addiction only got worse from there. The first thing we did when we got to Milan was visit the Gucci store because the shopping district was right outside the Duomo, which we had tickets for. We had about like 3 hours to kill, so what better thing to do than shopping while you wait. Also, at this point in time, it was getting a little colder as we traveled up north. It also didn't help that it was raining that day, so I kind of caved in and I got something for the winter season. It is this wool scarf. If you guys saw my vlog, you would have seen me try it on, but I shall unbox it here as well. This pretty basic like black and gray wool scarf is actually really nice and warm, but I love it because it has 2 different prints on it. So on the gray side you do have the Gucci logo in white, and then on the flip side you have the Gucci logo in black, which is a little bit more subtle. I plan on wearing it kind of like a shawl type of thing, so I don't feel like it's that obnoxious, especially if I'm gonna wear like a coat over it. I don't think it's that bad. I just really love the dark color. I was debating between this and kind of like a brown, but the flip side was pink, which I am not loving, especially for the winter. I feel like for my personal style, black, gray, you know, the monochromatic scale, it just looks better on me, so I opted for this colorway instead. If I remember correctly, I think this was about like 390 or something euros, and then plus the tax off, it probably comes out to like a little over 300, which I think is perfectly okay, especially for like a designer wool item. This is actually my first Gucci item, and I'm pretty excited to start my profile with them. The next day we did go to the outlets. I don't remember how to pronounce it. I think it was like Ceravelle or something like that. The outlet was kind of like a dub. I didn't really see anything that I liked. A lot of things were kind of like out of style, I felt like. Maybe that's why they're at the outlets. But my mother and her friends wanted to go, so we planned out a day for that. My mother did get something from Gucci, which is why the packaging is different than their classic green one. She ended up getting this silk scarf. I think it's a little bigger than mine. It's definitely longer. And it is gray with like a little bit of pink. I'm not sure if you can see that on camera, but the stripe is a little bit pink. She paid for this, so I don't really know how much she got it for. Then we walked by a store called the Cosmetics Company, and I'm pretty sure we have one of those here in New York as well. Nothing much was going on in the store until I saw this baby. This is Jo Malone cologne. And if you guys know, Jo Malone is so expensive. This bottle is probably like $80 or $90 in the States, and they had it on sale for like 30 euros. This is the scent Crystal Champion. Never heard of this scent. I googled it. It's not sold in the States, and that's when I know I had to get it. If you haven't caught on already, I like to be ahead of the trend. I've never smelled this in my life until I got my hands on it, and it smells so heavenly. It reminds me of like a department store, like a high-end department store. It smells clean with like a little bit of sweetness to it. It smells really good. I love applying it in my hair, and it just smells good all day. Coming right back from the outlet store, we went shopping again. I immediately ran to the Celine store because if you don't know, all stores in Italy close around 6 to 7, and when we came back it was already 5-ish. I had my eyes set on one thing from them. For some reason I thought the outlet might have it, which obviously they didn't. My whole entire shopping experience lasted 10 minutes because I knew exactly what I was getting, and I just wanted to see it in person one more time. This is also my first time shopping at Celine, and I feel like the whole store just screams like It's Girl. I don't know how to explain it. It looks really clean and aesthetic on the inside. Marble everything. And all the sales associates look like they could be models for some reason. Here she is. She comes in a rather tiny box. And then, I'm sure you guys can guess it by now. What is this? What could she be? So this is she. I got another card holder. Shocker. I've actually been eyeing her for such a long time now, since I started like planning this whole Italy trip. I knew I wanted a Celine card holder. I just feel like it's so sleek and like very minimalistic. Again, not with the crazy prints. I feel like it's a lot more discreet. The logo is very like, if you know, you know. And it's very it girl. Back to the story. I knew I wanted a Celine card holder, but I was kind of debating between this one and the canvas monogram. Just because I know that calfskin is really delicate. Even with my Chanel bag, I decided to get the caviar leather because it's just more durable. So I was really worried about the calfskin being like super soft and delicate, and I have to like baby it, which I don't do with my wallets or card holders ever. So I wanted to see this in person, as well as the classic canvas monogram one. The monogram one, it did not feel right. I feel like the texture wise, this feels so much more luxurious, and the price difference was like 10 euros. Like, it wasn't that big of a deal. So I decided to get the more expensive one. Black and gold is so me, like you guys know me and gold. Chef's kiss. So I got her for, I think it was 370 euros, which is crazy because in the States it's 490 USD. I also had asked for the Celine skinny belt, but they also don't have it at the Milan store, which is atrocious. So fast forward to the next day, which is Lake Como, and we took the ferry out to Bellagio. I didn't get that many things from there, but my aunties and my mother also picked up a few trinkets from like the boutiques here and there. But the one thing that I did pick out, I'm obsessed with. I got these beautiful handmade earrings, and I feel like they're just so cute. If I remember correctly, the lady said the post itself is surgical steel, so it's not gonna rust, and the actual little globe thingy is Murano glass. I think that's what it's called, Murano, and it's something that Italy is also known for. I got these in a pink color. I also got my friends each a pair. so that we could all match, and I just feel like it's so cute. This is probably one of my favorite purchases. Last city was Venice, and Venice, you guys honestly have my heart. I want a vacation there again because the vibes were just so good. Apart from that fiasco, if you guys don't know, check out my vlog. You guys will hear all about it. Because that was our last stop, I decided to go all out with shopping. I also managed to get my dad's watch there, which is in the vlog. At this point in time, it was slowly transitioning into fall, so our mornings and nights in Venice were so cold. But that means that stores are starting to roll out their fall winter collection. So I did go into H&M to find a jacket, hopefully, and I picked up the best jacket. When I saw this jacket, I was immediately in love. It is a white creamish colored jacket. It is tweed, and I just feel like it's so cute and bougie looking. If you don't know the vibes by now, I'm currently in my old money era, and this jacket just screams it. Ironically, some of the items at this store were cheaper in the States, so I ended up ordering a bunch of things, but this is one of the pieces that I picked up in Venice. I'm in love with this jacket. It's not overtly cropped. It's kind of like hip length. It has 2 front pockets and then this gorgeous gold detailing. It's giving Chanel. The second thing I got is a little out of my comfort zone, but I'm really trying my best to get into that old money vibe. I got this black knitted t-shirt. There are these shoulder pads that gives me like football vibe, but I do like it for a little more dress-uppy outfit with like mid-wash denim jeans, loafers, and then this top. Chef's kiss, what a look. It's also not too cropped. Next thing I got is kind of like not seasonally appropriate whatsoever, but it was when I was shopping because it was summer there. There are a ton of boutiques in Venice, and every store kind of sells the same things generally, but this was kind of like a one-of-one item. I've only ever seen this once, so I had to get it, and it was on sale, so we love a good deal. It is this mini skirt, and the print is kind of out there. It's definitely a summer print. It also comes with this pearly waist chain thingy belt thing, but unfortunately it doesn't fit me. Like, look at how wide it is. So I do have to tailor it a little bit. So I'll be posting a tutorial soon. If you guys want to follow along, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and then put on the bell for notifications. Now, this last clothing item is kind of a gag, but I just had to do it, okay guys? I got merch. It says Venice, Italy, and it's embroidered. It was this exact hoodie that got me in such big trouble, as seen in my vlog. But I just ended up going to another vendor to get the same exact hoodie. And guess how much I got it for? 20 euros. Following up with the merch, I also got a snow globe. I have a habit of collecting snow globes from wherever I traveled, so I just picked this one up. It has the iconic bridge there. It's the Rialto Bridge. I'm butchering it completely. It is their most like famous bridge, and you can see the Grand Canal from it, which I do have pictures of. It's just a cute little snow globe. The final thing I got is actually edible, like you could eat it. I stopped by a truffle store and it just smelled so heavenly in there. I had to go in and try it for myself, and I ended up getting a bunch of these little truffle creams. This is so good. It's so fragrant, and I've actually never cooked or dealt with truffle cream before, so I had to ask the sales associate, and she told me that you just kind of like mix it in your food, and I'm in love. Like, when I make butter toast, I mix this in the butter and it's just scrumptious. A little does go a long way, so I've only used about a third jar, and I've been back from Italy for like 2 months now. That's it for today's haul. Thank you so much for tuning in, and if you guys want to stay for a while, don't forget to subscribe and put the bell on for notifications. I do post every Sunday.